Good afternoon, everybody. So we'll start the today's briefing session. My name is Anurag. I'm the Senior Client Success and Learning Manager at Human Capital. And today we're going to start the briefing session for the date 8th of April, Wednesday. So first we're going to discuss the technical charts and we're going to cover all the important asset classes, including gold, silver, indices, oil, forex, and crypto. Then we're going to discuss the economic calendar and try to understand that what are the data which are still pending to be released and how the market is going to react, what are the important demand zones and support zones, and which data events at what specific time may create uh, reversals or a continuation into the prices. So without wasting time, let's start today's sessions. So this is the gold chart in H4 time frame. As you can see that after the Trump tweet, uh, gold have surged towards the upside, cleared all the resistance area which we've been marked, right? This is the trend line which is of the daily time frame, which has been broken right now. And as you can see that I've marked these two lines, right? These are the important resistance area from where the prices are taking a correction right now. Second important resistance area would be at 5,000 mark. It will start from the 4980 to the level of 5017. So this would be the next important resistance area. So if prices breaks this area, then this would be the area till where the prices may continue their upside momentum, and then the chances of reversal is there. Another thing, if I talk about the current price action, so after a very strong candle, which is showing a very strong imbalance into the prices, and it is clearly indicating the strongness into the buyer. Now, this three candles represent the week's candles, and right now it is trading at the high point of the previous week. So we need this week to close above the high of this candle. If this happens, then we have a very good uh, momentum candles being formed into the weekly time frame, and which is an indication of a very strong order flow towards the upside, and it will uh, push the prices upwards toward the important major resistance area. So, and if we see the current candle, so still because we have a very big imbalance, right? So those who use the SMC thing, for them, this is the fair value gap. So chances that prices might take a dip downwards, right? And then take the U-turn. So that will be the right point to take the buy call. Okay, so this is into the H4 time frame, right? We'll discuss this on a H1 time frame or into the 15-minute time frame to understand that whether we are getting any kind of intraday trading opportunity or not. Second thing, which is of caution, that if you see the RSI of the 7 period, we have the showing high point, and over here prices have failed to give me the high. So this is an indication of a classic bearish divergence which is being forming. But if you see, the midpoints are quite choppy, so the downside is going to be very limited. So buy on dip strategy would be the right strategy for today if you're trading gold. Now let's have a look into the H1 time frame for the gold. So after making this high, giving a very good gap up, right? And because we have a 2 weeks of ceasefire, uh, and this is the reaction which has been given by the market after the news. Right now, prices are showing weakness toward the downside, but this is not going to sustain for a very longer period of time. The important point is this is the swing point which have been made by the prices, and again prices get a jump, and right now they are trading sideways. So you will have a new uh, pattern formation over here. So it might be up bullish pennant pattern, right? So you need to mark this highs and the lower highs and this point right over here. So right now prices are trading within this range, and we need to have a breakout of this, right? So probability is there that prices might give a fake breakout toward the downside. But yes, those who are the trader of smaller time frame, for them it is a start of a new downtrend toward the downside. So if they want to take aggressive entries and want to catch few down pips, they can take it if prices break this low. And once prices again showing strength toward the upside, that is the time you need to apply the buy on dip strategy into the gold. Now let's move on to the silver. So this is the silver, and same kind of reaction have been given by the market. The only difference is that in gold we have seen the high and the low high formations, but over here we have the high and the higher high formations, right? So the trajectory of the current price actions is ascending, right? It's inclined towards the upside, which is an indication that the momentum is still there. And you can see this gray line which I've marked on the daily time frame, right? And this is a fair value gap area. Once it has already beat this area, and this is the second time prices are heading towards this fair value gap area. So the probability that it might continue its sluggish upside structures, right, by making new higher highs and higher lows. So yes, once this area is clear, then we'll get the confidence to take the buy call. Otherwise, those who are very aggressive traders, they can think of taking the buy call, right? Otherwise, same kind of strategy, that is the buy on dips, would be very good for the silver also, right? So if I talk about the biasness is clearly towards the upside, right? And I need to mark this important reaction point over here, right? See, price have breaked it, then retested it, then again they have given the close, right? If I see this into the 15-minute time frames, high probability that this is a break of structure for the SMC and the ICD people, right? So see this, price have given the close, now they can support. RSI is also touched the extreme oversold area of the 20, right? And then a sudden impulse toward the upside is showing aggressive move to be coming into the silver prices. Now, next section is the US oil. So because of the ceasefire, all of a sudden the prices fall down, right, towards the downside. This is the projection which we have given day before yesterday, that prices is going to test this area, and we marked this green area as a strong resistance area. And fortunately, when we were taking the yesterday's sessions, so I told you that this is the trend line, right, and this is broadening. We've been expecting these prices to again rebound towards the upside, but because of the news, you can see that there is a gap down opening, very strong candle toward the downside, and currently the momentum is sideways, right? So whenever you have a very aggressive move, especially into the Asian session, and you see very big candles, so the probability of a sideways movement is quite high, but it is a it is an indication that soon you are going to have a very good breakout opportunity also coming into the oil prices. So what you need to do in that case, this doji candle over here, which is the green candle. Let me make it bigger, right? This is the area which is very important, right? We need a clear break of this area, right? As you can see that almost nine candles have been formed. So if I apply any of the market concepts which is related to the narrow range, so NR9, NR7 has been already done, right? So we been waiting for the prices. Right now they are taking a type correction. So you can see the mid band of the Bollinger Band. I've used the 14 band. So as the price develops, Bollinger Band, mid band will remark, right, or redraw itself toward the downside, and once the test is done, then we'll have the breakout. So soon you're going to have a very good trading opportunity, as we have seen that there is a 2 weeks of ceasefire and things might sort out, so that will push negative pressure on the crude oil, and the probability of a downside break is quite high, right? But yes, if any mischievous thing happens from the side of Israel or Iran, that will again create tension, and you'll see sudden recovery into the price of the crude oil toward the upside. So these are the two scenarios. So you need to have a keen eye on the latest news developments, and for this you can follow our Telegram channel or our premium community over the WhatsApp. You'll find all the latest news related to the Strait of Hormuz. Moving on to the natural gas. So as same like the energy, natural gas have also fell down. So let's have a look on the daily time frame, because we've been discussing this on a daily time frame and we've been expecting this would be the projected path which we are thinking that prices might go up, but because of the news, prices again went down. So now in this case, I need to remove this and I need to extend this area, right? This regression line more. Okay. So this is the regression channel in which the prices are going downwards, taken the low, right? The only thing which is creating confusion, or which is not giving that much confidence toward the sell side, is that we have the lower low right now. But if you see the stochastic, which I've used for a very big period, which is 2155, so it is not given the lower low formation, which is an indication of a divergence in my oscillators, right? And even the volumes are not that impressive. So I'm not very confident towards the downside for the natural gas prices, and this is the reason I'm telling you that anything can be happen within this 2 weeks of time, right? So stay cautious. Don't hold your positions for a very longer period of time, especially into the sell side, right? Now let's move on to the GBP USD. So same, because of this news, uh, the latest development have impacted the dollar negatively, and as a result, there is no energy crisis. Crude oil prices are going downwards, and you have seen the result that GBP is getting stronger against the dollar over here. Euro USD is also getting stronger in comparison to the dollar. And see this market structure which I identified. This is again a symmetrical triangle, right? And if you see that this would act as a pole and this would be as a pennant, right? So it is a bearish pennant, which is a bearish continuation pattern, but have failed because of the news. Now the chances of a retest is there, right? We have imbalance, we have fair value gap. Prices might take a reversal to the downside, and again they will continue upwards. That continuation uh, will be the right time to create buy positions in Euro USD or in GBP USD, and same will be the case for other currency pairs which are trading against the dollars, right? Now after this, let's discuss that how the dollars pairs are being reacting, right? So in the USD CHF into our BMC premium community, we have given the analysis from the 8009, which is the exact levels, right? Those who want, they can see our 2 or 3 days back videos also, right? In each and every video, you'll find this resistance area, and again and again, we have told you that chances of a reversal from here is very aggressive, and as a result, we've been uh, given the recommendation that you can place or sell limit orders from this area, and we have done so, and we have booked a very good profit, right? And prices have fall down, and by taking this swing low, these are the Fibonacci extensions area, right, which have been tested by the market, and right now at the Fibonacci extension of 200, prices are right now hovering, right? So we need to wait that yes, chances of a sideways movement is there, because already prices have given a very good fall into the prices. So right now the momentum is going to be less. Second thing, see my RSI after making a rounding bottom from here, they are rising, right? Which is an indication that from the oversold area, prices are looking at the O bot area. So the probability that prices might go up, right? And second thing, that because we have lot of fair value gaps and lot of people have this confusion that which fair value gap is going to work. So instead of fair value gap, wait for the prices to reach any of the fair value gap, and these are your levels, right? First is the 30. So if prices reach any fair value gap and RSI reaches the 30 level, that is a resistance. If they are getting a U-turn, it's better you can take a sell call, right? Second, if prices reached any of the fair value gap and prices reach the 50 level, right, and then taking a U-turn, that means that fair value gap is working. So you will get the second confirmation. So in isolation, none of the school of thoughts is going to work. And personally, I'm not a very good fan of SMC. So I take confirmations from the way old basic tools, And they give, if you know how to use it correctly, you'll get very good correct analysis and correct trade setups. So this is for the USD CHF. Now let's have a look on the USD CAD. Both the currencies are correlated with the crude oil. Now let's see that how the USD CAD have been reacted. So same, we've been holding a short side positions, right? So none of the trade setups which I'm discussing is trading advice. It is just for the educational purpose, that why I am holding any of my positions, right? That means why I am holding my winners and cutting my losers, right? So you'll get the clarity. So see this area which I marked over here, right? I've been shorted this USD cat from here. Retest have been done, right? So my patience have been tested. Once I also think that I should take the opposite trade, because they have been taken this rejection from this trend line which I've drawn, right? But after making this green candle, all of a sudden the momentum toward the upside have been fed up, and again prices continue towards the downside. And the good thing is that the news has also been supporting the thing. Right now the prices have broken it, taken the retest of the uh, rectangle which I've drawn over here. Now below this low is my sell. So right now the retest is been under development, and if there is an continuation, so high probability prices might came back into this zone, right? This rectangle zone, right? So no clear direction. Either I'll take the reversal trade towards the downside, right? Or I'll just wait for the prices to penetrate. Although we have a imbalance into this candle, right? I can use my RSI, the same concept which I've discussed earlier, right? So it reaches 50 level, fair value gap has been tested, then a rejection. It's a confirmation that I can take a sell call. So if I'm very aggressive and very confident, so I'll take the sell call. Otherwise, if I want to play conservative, I will wait for the prices to come down and take this low. Once this low has been taken, then I think of taking the sell call. Now in the last USD JPY, how the dollar is performing with another safe haven currency. So see this consolidation. I marked this area. I told you that soon we'll have a breakout, right? And I marked this rectangle, and still the prices are trading within this rectangle. I've connected this two lows, and see this low is been acting as a strong trend line, right? Which is being acting as a support area. So still no clear direction. Although because of this outside vertical formations, for a lot of people, this is the bearish engulfing pattern. So still I'm not very confident, but yes, because this is a daily candle, so might be possible that today I'm not going to have a very good trading setup, but tomorrow, if this low has been broken, then aggressive selling might come into the prices. But now let's have a look into the H1 time frame. So into the H1 time frame, a very sharp fall, and right now see the exhaustion into the candle. A very good pivotal point has been made by the market. So the chances that a short corrections is still there, right? You can use the Fibonacci retracements also, right? By taking this high point and this low point, and those levels will act as the target areas if you think of playing on the pullback, right? So if you want to take the advantage of the pullback, you can have it. Otherwise, if you see this RSI formation in the oversold area, it's not like a V bottom, right? It's not a, we need very sharp reversals from this area to have a confirmation that the trend has been changed. But if you see over here, it is getting flat. That means still this low is going to be taken by the market, right? So I'm giving my prediction that soon after the reversal, this low is going to be tested. So don't get trapped. But yes, if you are aggressive for a shorter period of time, you can take the buy call to the upside if this high has been breached, right? When I use the word confirm, I need any candle to give me the close. When I use the word breach, that means if just the high is taken, only a wick, right? Only a single tick above it will give me the confidence to think of taking the buy call, right? And because lot of people will take the buy call, right? And same kind of psyche which I'm having right now by looking into the chart, lot of people will have, and they'll all put their stop losses below this extreme low, right? Because that is the information which is been given by the market by default, right? So high probability that nobody will take the pain to scroll down, scroll back the chart and try to identify the important area and then place their stop losses, right? The risk to reward will going to be impacted by that. So the probability is high that right now the people are going to bet towards the buy side for the pullback. So you can also take the advantage, and then any sign of reversal is the time that you should book your profit and get out of the market and think of the other side of the market. Now, let's move on to the next segment. So, the next asset class would be the indices. So, in the indices, I'm using the Wall Street 30. This is the area which I marked yesterday, right? And this is on to the H1 time frame. And you can see that after the news effect, very good gap up, strong price action, and right now prices are sustaining that ground, right? But still, for me to take a buy, I want a dip into the prices, so I'll wait for that, right? I'm not going to take the aggressive buy movement. For that, I need a strong momentum candles to be there, right? Once it is done, then I think of taking the buy call. Yesterday, lot of things I've discussed that I've used 2 RSI period, right? When this is happening, right? This point has been developing. At that point of time, we've been discussing. Why I mark this green area? Because I have two candles, right, with the imbalance into it. That means that at this level, there are something very important levels lies, right? And that is the reason why we have seen a very good strength into the candle which have been made, right? And this selling is a pure trap, right? Because even I don't know that what the news will come and how the market is going to react after this retest. Even I also been sitting into the sell side, but I've this is the second confirmation or the indication from the market which I get that prices don't want to go below the low of this candle and see this spike right towards the upside. So at this point, if I want, I can take or I can get out of the market at the break even, and after that you can see that how the market have reacted now in the last, the BTC USD. So for a very long period of time we have, let's see this into the daily time frame. See this arrow, right? From the 27th or 28th of Feb, we've been continuously discussing that this area is still pending to be tested, right? And because of this news, all of a sudden we have seen a very good spike into the prices towards the upside, and the probability of a test of this area after a very long consolidation. This is a daily candle, right? So if I marked, and this is called the rectangle bottom formation, and if prices takes a reversal from a rectangle bottom towards the upside, we'll see a very long term trend into the prices, right? So we need to wait and watch that how the market is going to react. All this trend line which I've drawn over here are going to act as the resistance, right? If they are lying on the upper side. Towards the downside, see this channel, a small consolidation, right, which has been broken, right? And this is the deviation channel which I'm using. Now let's have a look into the H1 time frame. See this. Prices break this once, twice, third time, then again try to go up, right? Then again came back down, taken all the stop losses from here. Then over here we've been thinking that prices might form a inverse head and shoulder, which is a bullish reversal signal, right? Bullish signal. But instead of making or completing this setup, prices have made the Quasimodo setup, that prices have broken the neckline, went up, again came back into the zone of the deviation channel, which I've drawn over here. Exactly from the upper line of the deviation channel, prices getting a rebounds toward the upside and went above, right? So this is the recommendation which I've given, and I've been waiting that the midline of the this channel is going to be tested, but unfortunately I'll get a 1 is to 2 risk to reward of trade over here, but I've been expecting a 1 is to 3 risk to reward of trade toward the downside. which doesn't happen. And instead of booking the profit, I'm holding this, and prices have taken the U-turn toward the upside, clear all the levels toward the upside. Now, after this exhaustions, prices are going to move sideways. And why this? Because this is the trigger which the market has given you. Just by looking at this price symmetry, high probability that majority of eyes will see this and they think of taking the buy call, right? Now prices are going to make the swing points to collect the liquidity, that how many people are sitting toward the buy side, toward the sell side. In whichever direction the liquidity is high, first market will go into that direction, right? So suppose if lot of people have taken the buy call, they will put their stop losses below this small swing points, right? Swing lows, especially those who trade on a smaller time frame. Prices will take a dip, we have fair value gaps, and then take the reversal to the upside. And vice versa is the case. If a lot of sellers are there, they are going to place their stop losses here, right? So prices will give a fake breakout and then again take the reversal. So these are the two scenarios which you have to keep in mind. Although the symmetry and the current macroeconomic developments are supporting the buy side view for the BTC USD, but the good price level to take your long positions would be once this fair value gap has been tested, and if prices are taking the reversal, then it is good. See this red candle over here, let me remove this area, right? Just give me a minute. Okay, so see this red candle over here, right? This is the last selling candle. And just above this red candle, we have a fair value gap setup also, which is an indication that this order block is going to work and this fair value gap is also going to work. So if prices reaches this area and again taking the rebounds toward the upside, that would be the right time to take the buy call, right? And like me, lot of people have already identified it. They have placed their sell limit orders, right? And those who have pushed the prices toward the upside, they have placed their stop losses below this swing low points, right? So we need to see that how strong these buyers are. So let the price come down. If they are so strong and they will act defensive over here, and if they are successful in defending their stop losses, that will be the confirmation that we as a retail trader also think of taking the buy call for a very longer period of time, right? So that's all related to the technical developments which are happening in each and every asset class or every segment of the market. Now it's time to discuss the economic calendar for today. So just bear with me for a second and let me share you my screen. Okay. So this is the trading economics. I personally use trading economics, economic calendar, because it provides me lot of data apart from this also. And if I want to see the history also, so I can see the history, right? Just by clicking at this, I don't have to go to the different page. I can analyze that what is the current trend of that data, right? Now let's have a look. We have this speeches, so there is no use today to discuss the data which have already been released, because already market have reacted so strongly. Now here is the data in which I am very interested, which is this bill auctions, right? Because all of a sudden currencies have shown strength. It is an indication that because of the oil prices as high, the budgets get lot of turbulence, and there might be this kind of hints will come in future that ECB either going to increase the interest rates or there will be no change. In both the scenarios, euro is going to get stronger, right? And because dollar is also getting weaker, so if this at this bill auctions the interest rates data is going to impact the market. If interest rates are rising, then we'll see that the euro USD pairs are going up, and same is the case with the indices also. Moving on to the data related to the US, so let's directly jump to the data which is going to be released at 8 p.m. Although this data is also important, but not that important. But yes, these are the data which are very important. So first we have the crude oil stock change, right? We need to see this and the probability, because right now if they are holding a positive inventory and right now the prices are falling, so instead of holding their inventories, it's better either they should sell it down or If they are not doing it, so that means something is going to happen in future which will push the prices upwards, and then the US is going to sell their oil inventory. So this data is also going to be very important, and we need to see that what would be the change is coming into the stock change, right? So it is related to gasoline, crude oil imports, everything is important, right? And this is going to be released at the same time, which is the 8 p.m. IST. According to the Dubai timing, it is going to be released at 6:30 p.m. Okay, in the evening. So this is the data which is going to impact the crude oil. First, the crude oil is going to react. After that, DXY is going to react, and after that, we'll see the impact in gold, right? So if oil prices are rising, gold prices are going to fall. But for that, we need this data to be negative, right? Or I've given the scenarios, right? So kindly take note of it. Then for me, this is also very important. 17-week bill auction, then the Canadian 5-year bond auction, right? So these are the important data we need to see, especially this 5-year. And the most important, if anybody asks me that what is the most important data for you, right? So I'll tell you that this 10:30 to 10:35 and 11:30, these are the most crucial time. And right now, in today's, what we have observed that majority of time in the very late night, right, when very few or less traders are active as compared to the European sessions, market is giving very good reversals or very strong candles, right? That means after the 14th or 15th candle. And see this data. We have the FOMC minutes. Then we have the Fed daily speech, which will give us the hint that what is going to happen in this FOMC minute. But more important that 10-year note auction. US 10-year treasury yields are going to be impacted. So if interest rates are high, gold is going to face difficulty in going up, right? And soon reversal would come, right? But if bond yields are declining, it's a very, very positive sign for gold. So today, if you're trading into gold, don't look at anything. See your gold chart along with the US 10 years treasury yield, right? And this is a chart freely available on TradingView. So if this chart is going up, gold is going down, right? And if US treasury yields chart is going down, gold is going to go up, right? And 10:30 is that time which will bring very volatile movement into the prices. So stay tuned. So before 10:30, it's better if you're taking any trades, you should book it. So that's all for my side. Apart from this, there is no other important news right now. The important news, which is related to the 2 week ceasefire, which we have already discussed, and how the market have reacted on this development, and what are the upcoming developments, right? And what are uh, our expectations, right? How the market is going to react, important zones, everything has been discussed. This is a recorded sessions, right? Those who are the existing clients of the BMN Capital will have the access to the BMC Premium and other communities also. Over there, you'll get the link. For that, you need to contact your relationship manager and you'll get the recorded sessions for the reference if you are doing the do trading. Otherwise, those who are not the existing client, they can become, or if they don't want, they can visit my YouTube channel with the name of My Mentor Anurag. Over there, you'll find this recorded sessions. But yes, it will take time to upload videos on the YouTube, right? We need to do a lot of editing and everything. But yes, you'll get before the US session starts. And if you have any doubts or comments, right? So you can ask me into the comment boxes. You can ask your questions, right? But you should subscribe to my channel and turn the bell icon, so you'll get the update related to the new developments or the content which I'm creating to help you in taking the right trading decision. So that's for all from my side. I thank you for watching this video and spending your time, right? So whatever time you have spent it over here, i'm going I'm 100% sure that this is not spending, this is the investment which you have done, and this is going to help you a lot into your trading. So, once again, have a great trading day ahead. Bye bye. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.